All right, everyone. Good morning and welcome in. My name is Alexis Miller. I'm one of the yoga instructors here in Yoga for Caregivers. So, this is our weekly stretch session where we really focus on getting into our bodies, stretching ourselves out, getting us ready for the rest of our day and the rest of our week. So, as we move through practice today, let's keep in mind our boundaries and notice, where are you ready to extend into postures? Where do you need to modify and come down to the mat? Or perhaps find a center posture? Also, keep in mind that I don't often cue water. So, if and when you feel thirsty, of course, please feel free to step off your mat, grab that drink, and then join us whenever you feel ready. So, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and come into a comfortable seat, whether your legs are crossed or they're straight out in front of you. We're going to wiggle back and forth, rooting into the sits bones, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. Let's inhale as we bring the shoulders forward and up, and then exhale as we drop them back and down. Inhale as we bring the shoulders forward and up, and then exhale as we drop them back and down. Good. Bringing your hands to either side, palms up or down on the knees, or perhaps in your lap. You're welcome to close the eyes if you'd like, or just find an unmoving point and soften your gaze here today. This year, inspiration for our classes is drawn from the Native American medicine wheel, based on Sun Bear's vision. The medicine wheel teaches us about movement and change and offers us insight that will help us learn and grow. The red hawk is an appropriate symbol for this time of year. It represents soaring through life and exploring all it has to offer. Now is the time to start again, to look at life with a new perspective and to gaze into the future. With an eye on the future, you can pioneer the change that needs to happen in order to achieve what you want most in the world. As you move through practice, see if you can bring your mind's eye to your future. What does it look like? How will it guide your decisions today? So, settling in, taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhaling your breath back out. Take another deep inhale, fill your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhale your breath back out. Take another deep inhale as you feel the belly swell outward, filling up like a big balloon. And then exhale the breath out as you draw your belly button in toward your spine. Inhale as you feel your torso expand and your collarbones gently lift. And then exhale as you feel your shoulders release down and away from your ears. Inhale air in your nose, down your throat, filling your lungs. And then exhale the air out the lungs, up the throat, and out the nose. Continuing to breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling with intention, noticing the movements of the breath here. Now, if your mind gets distracted, if it wanders off on a thinking adventure, that is okay. Simply notice the moment that you've gone away and then see if you can come back to the breath, back to your inhales and your exhales. Now, if it feels right for you, you can also incorporate a mantra here to help you stay grounded and focused on the breath. Inhale, I fully. Exhale, explore life. Inhale, I fully. Exhale, explore life. Remaining here with the breath in whatever way best supports you for just a few more moments here today. Take another deep inhale here. Set an intention or a purpose for your practice here today, which really can be anything at all, but often answers the question, why did I get on my mat? Take a nice deep inhale, feel your intention with your heart and mind, and then exhale that breath out. Set the intention off to the side, knowing we'll return to it toward the end of our practice. Nice. If you're sitting on a prop or a block like I am, you're going to come down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. The knees are up in little mountains here. We're going to inhale, sweep our arms up tall, and then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right knee. Drop that right arm down behind you, using it to prop yourself up, coming into a seated twist here. Long spine, shoulders down, curving around through the neck as well to get that nice deep twist in the neck here. Inhaling. Taking another breath here. One more breath. Long spine. On the following inhale, we come back into center, reach those arms tall, and then exhale, twist over to the left. So outside of the right arm to the outside of the left knee, press into that leg, drop that left arm down, look back behind you, seated twist, opposite side. Keeping those knees moving toward the midline, long spine, shoulders down, breathing here. One more inhale. Good. And then we inhale, go ahead and come back up into center, arms up tall. Drop those arms down, bring the knees out wide. Pull that left knee into your thigh and then extend your right leg straight out to the side here. Good. Now we're going to sweep up with that left arm and then exhale, slide that right arm to the inside of that right leg. Drop those fingers down toward the toes. Feel that nice side body pull here. Good. Propping onto that bottom arm and breathe. You may be feeling a stretch to the inside of that right leg. Now, if this is inaccessible, you can always come up onto the hand on the mat or even on the shin. Notice what feels right for you here. Really reaching through that top arm so we feel that nice pull into the ribs, down into the top of the hip. Let's breathe. Inhale, we sweep that left arm up, pressing ourselves into center. Now, staying right here, drop those hands to the mat. Start to walk yourself forward here, folding forward over that front leg. Good. Now you can be down on the forearms like I am. You can also be up on your hands. You can also use props to help support that opening. So whatever you want here. Now we're really feeling that stretch to the inside of that right leg, but maybe a bit of a pull in the left hip here. Keeping that left or right foot gently flexed here, and then turning the gaze down toward the mat so you're getting a nice long spine all the way up into the neck. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Inhale, press into the mat. Go ahead and walk yourself up into center, switching legs. So we extend that left leg out to the side. Go ahead and pull that right foot so it's to the inside of the thigh. Inhale, we sweep tall with that right arm. Exhale, we slide that left arm to the inside of the leg and then reach those fingers over here, coming into that nice side body stretch, opposite side here. So again, right or left forearm can be on the mat, but you can also come onto the hand on the mat or on the shin if that is more supportive for you. We're feeling that pull through the side body, keeping our shoulder rotated backward here and our chest open. So if you're down here like this, I invite you to come up slightly here so you can get that bicep over the ear, getting that nice full side body stretch. Feeling maybe a gentle pull to the inside of the left leg. Let's breathe here together. And then we inhale, go ahead and come back up into center here. Nice work. All right. Now, keeping ourselves right where we are, drop our hands down to the mat and then go ahead and walk ourselves forward opposite side. So now we're feeling that stretch nice and deep on the left side here, maybe a stretch in that right hip. Again, notice where you need to be on the hands or down on the forearms, tucking the chin so we're long through the spine. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Inhale, plant those hands. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves back up into center. We're going to come onto our hands and knees here. So making your way into that position, hands beneath the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips, and the tops of the feet are on the floor. We're going to inhale, sink our bellies, lift our head and our hips coming into a cow. And then exhale, lift the back, sink the head and the hips coming into a cat. Inhale as we come into cow, look up toward the sky, feel the pull through the abdomen. Exhale into cat as we look down toward our knees and feel the shoulder blades separate. Inhale into cow, really feel into that low spine decompression of the vertebrae there. And then exhale into cat, feel that opening in the neck as you tuck the chin. Last round here, nice deep cow, shrug the shoulders down, elbows slightly soft. Exhale into cat, press them out away, keep those elbows slightly soft. And then inhale, let's go ahead and come into neutral. Nice work here. Now our hands are beneath our shoulders here. We're going to step right back into our plank pose. We're one long line from shoulders to heels. Hands beneath the shoulders, balls of the feet are beneath the heels here. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Keep that core engaged. It's tempting to lock out the elbows, but see if you can keep just a slight bend in those elbows there. If you need to modify, you drop the knees, but you keep them at an angle so you're still working the core, not knees over hips, but instead, right like this, one long line from shoulders down to knees instead. One more deep inhale here. You can do it. Inhale. And then exhale, we bend at the elbows, lower all the way down to the mat and untuck our toes here. Nice work. Making sure any props that you have are out of your way. Hands beneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, press up into our cobra. So shoulders are down away from the ears, elbows are slightly bent and tucked into the side. Your gaze is forward and proud. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Release your glutes. Now, if you have any neck issues, stay looking straight ahead here. If you'd like, you can inhale, tip the chin up toward the sky, feel that deep pull through the front side of the body into the abs. Exhale, drop that chin down toward the chest. Feel that pull through the lower side of the back, in between the shoulder blades. Inhale into neutral. And then exhale, let's go ahead and lower down. Nice work. Inhale, tuck the toes, using the knees or pressing straight up. Come into plank. And then exhale, let's press into down dog. Now, this may be the first down dog of our day or week. So let's go ahead and walk our dog, bending one knee and then the other, opening up the backs of our legs here. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale that breath out. Take another nice deep inhale. And then exhale. Coming into stillness here. Inhale, go ahead and lower back into your plank. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, let that breath go. And then inhale, drop your right knee down to the mat, turn your left heel down. Notice how I'm opening the hips up here. Kick that right foot out to the side. Bring your right hand beneath your shoulder. Inhale, sweep tall with your left arm. We're now in modified star. So you can remain right here. Option, if you want to amp it up a little bit, you can lift that foot a couple inches off the mat, or you can lift it all the way so it's in line with your hip here. Good. Bottom elbow is slightly soft. Top arm reaches toward the sky, but if this is better for the shoulder, hand can be on the hip. Finding your balance. Let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Good. And then inhale, slide that right leg so it's right in front of you here, like you're doing a karate kick. If this is too intense, you can lower it down or even drop it to the mat here. But trying to keep that leg lifted. We're feeling the work in our abs and in the outside of that right leg. Stay strong through that right arm. Breathing. And then inhale, leg comes back, lower it down here. Nice work. Inhale, we come back into our plank here. And then exhale, we lower all the way down to the mat. Good. Giving our wrist a little break here. We're going to inhale into baby cobra. So we're not using our hands. And then maybe roll the hands here. The back is doing the work, bringing our chest up. We're looking down toward the mat. Tops of the feet are on the floor. When you're ready, hands can drop down, but it's just very slight, gentle pressure here. Elbows are tucked into the sides. Shoulders are shrugged down. Inhale. And then exhale, we come down to the mat. Good. Inhale, tuck the toes using knees are pressing straight up. Come into plank. And then exhale into down dog. Good. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, go ahead and lower into your plank. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. Good. And then inhale, drop that left knee down. Turn your right heel down this time. Kick that left foot out behind you now. Weight comes into the left hand. Inhale, sweep tall with that right arm, coming into that modified star opposite side. So again, you can stay right here. Option. If you'd like, you can lift that right leg a couple inches or as high as you can, getting it in line with the hip here. Remember, arm can be up, but if this is better for the shoulder, it can also be down on your hip. Wherever you are, let's take a couple deep breaths here together. Good. And then we inhale, slide that right leg straight out in front of us here, karate kick. Good breathing. Again, if you need, you can lower it down or even drop it to the mat. But trying to push into your boundary here today or into that edge. Let's take a couple breaths. And then inhale, we sweep that leg back, drop down. Inhale, we come into our plank once again, but then exhale, we drop the knees, sink back into a child's pose. We elongate the arms and our forehead comes down to the floor. So take a moment here, check in with the body, notice what's present. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, let that breath go. Nice deep inhale. Exhale that breath out. Inhale, hands come beneath the shoulders. Go ahead and press yourself up into center here. Good. We're going to make our way down onto our back. So if you need to grab a drink of water, towel off, put on socks or a jacket for final relaxation, now's your moment. We will not sit up for the rest of our practice here today. So coming on down onto our backs, let's tuck the knees into the chest, wrap our arms around our legs here for a moment. Nice little squeeze on the inhale. And then on the exhale, extend your left leg long, rest it down on the mat, but gently flex the foot. Take your left arm, wrap it around your right leg. Extend your right arm out to the side, and then exhale, draw that right leg across the body, coming into a nice spinal twist here. Gaze can stay toward the ceiling, or you can turn your gaze over toward your right hand, bringing that twist all the way up into the neck. Let's take a couple breaths here together. Good. Inhale, let's go ahead and come into center here. Extend that right leg long, straight out to the end of the mat. Inhale, bring that left knee in. Wrap that right arm around the left knee. Extend your left arm out to a T. And then exhale, draw that right knee across the body this time. Nice spinal twist here. So again, gaze can stay toward the ceiling, or you can turn it off to the left, really deepening that stretch through the neck. Noticing what feels good for you here, taking a couple deep breaths. Inhale, let's go ahead and come into center here. Extend that left leg out long and get ready for final relaxation. So maybe you allow your legs to fall open here, hips coming out of the socket slightly. Hands can come down onto the mat, onto your hip bones or your torso. They can also be up overhead. You can do reclined bound angle. You can do fallen tree. You can also have your knees up, soles of the feet on the floor. If it feels better for you, you can also lay on your side or your belly, or you can just press right up and come into a seated position. Notice whatever feels right for you here, you're welcome to take that position, that movement. This is your final relaxation, so make it so. And as you settle in here, just easing into the mat, letting go of control of the breath, and then noticing that natural rhythm or that natural cadence that the breath takes on here. Breathing nice and deeply. Just noticing the chest rise and fall, the belly rise and fall. Noticing how it feels as air moves in and out of your nose, up and down your throat. Being fully present here to the experience of breathing, of being. If your mind has already started to wander off the mat into the rest of your day or something happening in your life, see if you can pull it back and focus here for a few more moments on the breath, knowing that this time is for you to just be. No doing, just being. If it's helpful, you can use that mantra to help you ground and focus once again. Inhale, I fully. Exhale, explore life. Inhale, I fully. Exhale, explore life. Remaining here with your breath for just a few more moments in whatever way best supports you. I'm going to get quiet for this final part of your practice. So please know that I am watching the time. I respect yours, and I will let you out of this posture before the end of practice. So lean back, let go, just rest right here. If you are able to enjoy yourself, then healing and transformation will take place. Bringing your awareness back to this space, taking a deep inhale through your nose, filling your belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhaling your breath back out. Taking another deep inhale as you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, your arms and legs, gently waking your body up. And when it feels right for you, rolling onto one side, pausing there with an arm or a hand beneath your head. It's here that I invite you to bring back to mind your intention or your purpose that you set at the beginning of your practice that answered the question, why did I get on my mat? Take a deep inhale here, make your way on up into a seated position as we close out practice together. So find your comfortable seat, root into your sits bones, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, shoulders come forward and up. Exhale, they drop back and down. Hands come into that comfortable place, knees, lap, or at heart center, closing eyes if you'd like. We take a moment to express gratitude for yet another lovely day here on earth and for our bodies that allow us to do so many things, including yoga. Thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. It was a joy and an honor, and I hope to be able to do so again in the future. The light in me, it sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here for this weekly stretch session with Yoga for Caregivers. Again, my name is Alexis Miller. I am here every Wednesday at 9 a.m. So mark your calendars and set your alarms. Make sure to join me. You can find Yoga for Caregivers on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And there you can access all of the other resources available to you thanks to volunteers like me. So thank you so much again for joining me. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.